Video. This is another video for the AWS Lambda. This time we will be talking to the S3 using AWS Lambda function and try to display the data from S3 to Lambda. The thing is, we will be checking how the role it needs to be configured, how you need to upload a Node.js application on Lambda that can work and communicate with S3. So let's get started. First, we need to create a function. So I go here, create function. You can give any name. I give it test function. Then the runtime, we will be using Node.js, and I will be looking for Node 18. So it's here, Node 18. Then other than that, if I go down here, change default execution role, you can leave this. It's a new role, and we will see how we will configure it. For now, I'm just going to leave it like this. And then here in additional configuration, I'll go here and click enable. Now here it says auth type for authorization to visit to the URL. We don't want any, so we just want it to be public. So we say simply none here. Okay, so the only thing is pending in this page is that we haven't set up the role, and I want to show you once we get the error, and after that we will configure the role so that we can see that it taking effect. Okay, so what we do here, I go here and create function. All right, so our function is created. So you can see here, now I just missed this. We have success message on top. If I scroll down, you can see here that we have this single file, that index.mjs, and there is some code here. If you want to change the code, you can change here and then deploy, and it will take effect. But we are not going to do that. We're going to upload the zip on this particular instance. Now here is the code that we are going to be using. So you can create a folder like Lambda API or anything, whatever we prefer. Just create a folder and have a package.json and initialize your project. You need to install the AWS SDK, and you can see that I have installed it already. And then the main file here is the index.js. What exactly we are doing here, we are using the SDK from AWS. We are defining the region, and this is the S3 client class that we are using. So these classes are from the AWS SDK, so you just need to follow these. This is the way how you will talk to AWS. It's in the AWS documentations as well. Now here what we are doing, basically we are getting the data, and the data is including the name of the buckets. So we are just gonna get the bucket name, and then we are passing a body, basically returning a body of list of bucket names. So that's what we're gonna do in this one. And this will require the permission setup because it's not gonna allow us for straight away. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna upload a zip which will include these files: a node modules folder, index.js, and package.json, so, and the log file. So these files. Okay, so what we do here, simply go here and upload from zip, and we hit upload. And I have this folder here, Lambda API. It's a zip actually, so we need to upload this because we are uploading a zip. So just gonna hit open, and it says 18 MB. So just gonna hit save, and it will upload our code to the Lambda function. So we need to wait till it takes uploading time. So yeah. All right, the file is uploaded. Now the original file which was present there, it's no longer there. So we are getting this cross. We crossed that, and now if you see here, we have these files. If I click index.js, we will get the same code right there. Now what we need to do is basically, now we need to go to the URL. So if I scroll here, you can see functional URL. So we enabled it initially. If you haven't enabled it in configuration, you can go to function URL, and then you can enable it there. So we already have it enabled. So if I go in this URL, and you can see that it gives us an error that you don't have the permissions, not authorized to perform. Now we need to go back to the Lambda function, and there we need to go into permissions, and there you will see we have a role, this role. So what we can do, we can edit this role, and here we can see that this role is here. So if I click here, it opens to the new page. So I am role, and their roles, and this is the role that we are using currently. What we can do here is basically we can add a permission. So simply go ahead and add permission, add policy. Here you can look for S3. Now we have S3 full access, but we don't want to do that. We only want to read at this time. And even if you are reading some data inside the bucket, you will be using the same. So what we want to do, I want to say here S3 read only access. So I'm just gonna click that, and I want to add this one. So when I add this, now this is the permission that is added. So we have 3 policy right there. So once it is done, now what we can do, we can go back here and refresh. And you can see that we have the bucket list here. So we have buckets and then the bucket name. So you can see how it is working. So this is how it is done. So if I go back to the function, your function might have some different functionality. You might want to do something more, not just getting the name of the buckets. For that, basically, you need to be familiar with the functions here. So basically, we have, when you upload the file, you have code here. When you go, you can edit the code. Basically, if you want to upload the file, you can upload it. If you want to make the changes and see it straight away, you can do that too. But in that case, for example, if I make any changes here, and then I will have to deploy it, and then I have to test it. Okay, so when you go to test, we have events here. You can pass the data. You can try that as well. Other than that, we have monitor. It will give you the CloudWatch logs if you face any issues. So you have stats here, and you scroll down, you will have the logs in the CloudWatch logs. So you can follow these logs and just simply click, and you will get to go there. So for example, right now this log is here. It's not a lot here because we haven't faced any error, but you can debug based on this. Other than this is the configuration. When you go inside the configuration, you can add the trigger. So the triggers are basically, you can put the API, for example, you can have the API gateway, so you can go to some particular route, then this Lambda function will fire. You can configure that. Or if you want to have, for example, we have this function URL, so you can enable this from here. You can set permissions here. We have tags. If you want to go further, you can explore VPC, RDS database. All the options are here. You can explore accordingly. So these are the basic things here so far. We will see in the next video more and more things about it. But so far we have successfully deployed it, and we got our bucket list. So I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Thank you. Our AWS platform, it's simple. Go back here and delete the function. But we have created a role as well, so we need to delete too. So confirm here, and this will delete our function. And then you can go to IAM, and there you need to go inside roles. So roles, and here you can look for, so simply search for test. You can see how I have few roles here, and this one I gonna delete. So actually I can delete all of these. Simply delete, and you need to pass the name here, role name, and paste here and delete. So yeah, that's how you can clean up of these. Simply select all and then delete. Not advisable, you might be using some here, so be careful about it. But because for me these are all test ones, so I can delete these. Simply delete, and these will be deleted.